We will go to the full extent, depending how far this goes. We will go to the extent of cutting off their energy, going down to Michigan, going down to New York State, and over to Wisconsin. I don't want this to happen, but my number one job is to protect Ontarians and Canadians as a whole, since we're the largest province. We will go to the full extent, depending how far this goes. We will go to the extent of cutting off their energy, going down to Michigan, going down to New York State, and over to Wisconsin. I don't want this to happen, but my number one job is to protect Ontarians and Canadians as a whole, since we're the largest province. We will go to the full extent, depending how far this goes. We will go to the extent of cutting off their energy, going down to Michigan, going down to New York State, and over to Wisconsin. I don't want.
All right, Edomite versus Edomite. Right? Kal halalim la Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rakah Kodash, and double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And salutations and peace to the elect scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. This is Matthew chapter 3, verse 25, and it says, "If a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but hath an end." Right? So this is the fulfillment of biblical prophecy. The Bible already has this ordained to happen to the nation of Edomites, you so-called white people, right? Again, verse 25, and if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. So if the house cannot stand, it will fall, right? And this won't be long. I have here Job chapter 20, and this is verse, let me start at verse, actually, this is not the one I wanted. Here it is. This is Matthew chapter 12, and this is verse 25. And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, and this is 2,000 years ago. You know, Yahushua said this to you wicked ass Edomites, you know, you wicked that the earth was given to, you know. It says, every kingdom, he said, Salakia, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand, right? And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided, and he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand, right? And you Canadians, you Americans, you're all Edomites. You English folk, you know, Scottish, Irish, you know, Italian, especially if you're not Sicilian. If you're not Sicilian, you're screwed. The majority of you, 95% of you are Edomites, right? You label yourself with different names, you know. It's even some of you call yourselves South Africans because you live in the land, you were born in the land, but you're still Edomites, you know. Russians, you're Edomites, even though some of them are Jake, you know. Ukrainians, you know, Israelis, you're all Edomites. You so-called white people, you're not different races, you're one race. You're one nation, and your nation is the nation of Edom, right? And your house is divided. Well, and what happens when your house is divided? It falls. It comes to an end. It crumbles. And this is beautiful to see. You know, Donald Trump and Doug Ford. Donald Trump, president of the United States, and Doug Ford, you know, the prime minister of the province of Ontario in Canada. You know, they're divided against themselves. So the last precept I read is this one right here, Job chapter 20, and this is verse 5, and it says that Know, let me start verse 4. Knowing thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short. Right, so the rulership of the wicked is a short rulership. The heaven that you Edomites living in is a short spell, short spell of living in a heaven like condition, right? You're going to be living in hell very soon, meaning a condition. You're going to be in chains. You're going to be serving 1,000 years of slavery under the nation of Israel, the true biblical Hebrew Israelites, so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Yahushua, King David on down, 144,000 men on down. You're going to be serving. You're going to be ruled by a righteous nation. And as it says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. So everything that you have done is going to be done unto you double, in righteousness, because that's justice. And again, and it says, the triumphing of the wicked is short, verse 5, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. So it's just for a short moment. You haven't even been ruling for 600 years, right? And usually, a kingdom or a dynasty lasts between 200 to 500 years, maybe 600, consistently in history. So this kingdom is quickly coming to an end, and they're rambling right now, They're Yahweh Shemel Shai has put that spirit of division, with these devils, man. So Kahala Yahweh Shemel Shai. Brakate Yahweh Shai, Thor Yahweh Shemel Shai. These prophecies are speeding up. All praises goes to Yahweh Shemel Shai. We can only be his mouthpiece, and continue to, to push his word, and keep on the lookout for all the different signs and events that he's orchestrated in this time. Shalom.